The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game has over 10,000 unique cards for players to collect, trade, and construct their own personal decks. But what would happen if players only had access to the bare minimum? In this series, both TheRJB0 and myself will each open a very select amount of sealed product. Once we open that product, we must build a deck using only those specific cards pulled, that's it. And at the end of each episode, we discard the entirety of our pulls to the graveyard and start from scratch with a new product. Every card counts. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Showdown. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think we are finally seeing the light at the end of the GX tunnel, because these last few episodes have been stellar, and this one I think is going to be a lot of fun as well. Introducing Force of the Breaker, one of my favorite sets simply because it contains Riza the Storm Monarch, and hopefully we can pull multiple copies to ride our way to victory in this episode. I think there's a lot of neat and interesting strategies that we could possibly take this time around, so let's go ahead and crack open 24 packs, see what we're working with. For pack number 1, already a fantastic start. Crystal Beast Emerald Tortoise is a 2K defender, and 2K defenders aren't impossible to out, but they are a problem, so I'm happy to see this right off the bat. Blaze Accelerator is one of the ways we can out that if we pull the subsequent cards to pair with it, and this is removal in the form of a common card as long as we get Volcanic Shell and Volcanic Scattershot. Then we actually have Gem Flash Energy. This may be a low-key win condition of this episode. During each of your standby phases, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number of face-up continuous spell cards on the field times 300. This counts both players, not just yourself. So this card, if we go the Crystal Beast route, can deal significant damage every single standby phase if it sticks. And there isn't a ton of removal for spells and traps, but obviously we'll talk about that a little bit later. And then Dweller in the Depths is also an interesting card. 1500 base stats, but gains 300 attack and defense for each continuous spell and trap in your spell and trap zone. So if we're playing Crystal Beast, as long as we have 2 of them in our spell and trap zone, this means Dweller in the Depths will get to 21 and can hit over stuff like Emerald Tortoise. Fantastic first pack. I can't wait to see what else we get. Second Blaze Accelerator, we have our first Scatter Shot. I'd like to see a playset of this because that actually equals Raigeki, so that would be awesome. Another Emerald Tortoise as well. This is looking great. Topaz Tiger is definitely one of the better Crystal Beasts. It goes up to 2000 attack when attacking. Doesn't kill an Emerald Tortoise, but honestly, it's okay. Crystal Raigeki is a very good card because although it is a 2-for-1, it's a basically Raigeki break with Crystal Beast cards. You send a Crystal Beast card from your spell and trap zone to the graveyard, target a card your opponent controls, destroy that target. So this is one of the few ways we can actually out a card like Gem Flash Energy, but also deals with monsters as well. So again, it is a 2-for-1, but it's removal, so that's important in a series like this. And also Gravy Crush Dragon. There's also Magnus Dragon we want to look out for. This is a 2401 tribute. You send a face-up continuous spell you control the grave, target a monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. Also on a 2400 body is huge. Magnus Slash will take out spells and traps, so we want to look for that card as well. Crystal Abundance is just an absolute blowout if we can resolve it because it just nukes everything on the field, but we need 4 Crystal Beast names to be able to activate that, so it is a high investment cost, but we might play one of it if we go Crystal Beast. There is Ruby Carbuncle. Wildfire is also neat because of the interaction with the Blaze Accelerator, so we might play that as well. And Tornado is a very bad MST, but since we're going to be playing a lot of stuff in the spell and trap zone, this could be a way to out Gem Flash Energy, so at the very least we might side deck this. Topaz Tiger, Gem Flash Energy, some more Crystal Beast. Volcanic Hammer is another 2400 tribute, but I think Gravity Crush and Magnus Slash are just better, so we'd probably play those. And Crystal Beacon's another Crystal Beast card that allows us to just special summon a Crystal Beast from deck. Pretty good to get Ruby Carbuncle out so we can just swarm the field with Crystal Beasts, but I actually think we want them in our spell and trap zone more than on the field. There's our first Magnus Slash and our second Gravity Crush, some more Crystal Beasts as well. I think we have a playset of Emerald Tortoise, and Crystal Promise allows us to just special summon a Crystal Beast from the spell and trap zone. So we're starting to get all the commons that we need, but we definitely want some of the higher rarity stuff as well.
Well, through the power of what I can only assume to have been divine intervention, I am now on a 3-win streak. I will not cap and say that the better duelist won last episode. I sacked the hell out of Alex in that one. Oh boy, it was a miracle that I made it after that game too. Folks, think about your plays before you activate your cards. Just think through the entire play before you activate your cards. Anyway, we are on a fantastic roll of exciting and fun sets. Today we're opening Force of the Breaker, which is a set where Konami actually followed some of the principles of sealed construction, in that all of the necessary cards in order to play are at common or rare, and the rares and holos are largely about directing what you play and making certain parts of your strategy better, which is exactly what you want to see out of sealed. So I'm really excited to be opening these packs. I hope to get to see some of those exciting holos that we can get out of this set. Let's get into the pulls. Gem Flash Energy is a burn card that's going to be very relevant, and Tornado is a usable back row removal. Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle also very usable. A Crystal Beast Cobalt Eagle is a good one, and Firewall is a rare I don't think I've read before. Here we have more Crystal Beasts. Again, all but a couple of the Crystal Beasts are at common rarity, and that's great because there are a lot of really cool cards that synergize with it, like Gravi-Crush Dragon. Let's take a look at Firewall and see if it's any good. Okay, Firewall is an interesting card. It basically requires you to remove a Pyro from grave to stop yourself from taking damage if you're on an open field. If it was not a direct attack, I would certainly be more inclined to run it. Another Firewall, there's a Crystal Raigeki. This card is removal at common as long as you're playing Crystal Beast. Crystal Promise, also a really, really good one. Pack number 4. Oh! Speaking of exciting holos, we have received the Lord and Savior himself, Riza the Storm Monarch. Oh, that one's nutty. I'm very excited to see that. Also, Crystal Blessing and Crystal Promise, really, really good in the common slots. Triggered summon Sky Scourge and Rise. That's a hell of an ultimate rare, but it's not one we're going to be able to use because of the typing it requires. Crystal Beacon, Amber Mammoth, Crystal Raigeki, Gem Flash Energy, all very, very good cards. Triggered summon, I think, is bad. I think it just summons level 4s from both players' hands really conditionally, so we're probably not going to be running that one. Warrior of Atlantis is actually a great rare simply because of its stat line. At 1900, that's bigger than most monsters that are going to be available this set. Cobalt Eagle, again, great to see. Amethyst Cat is all right. Crystal Abundance, shout out to Shiggies. Think of you every time I see this card. Crystal Abundance is actually a very good card in this set exactly, especially if we manage to get ourselves a Sapphire Pegasus, which can load up our back row really quickly. An Ancient City Rainbow Ruins, not a bad rare. Magnus Dragon, another card that synergizes with the Crystal Beast. Gravi-Crush removes a spell or a face-up spell card in order to destroy a monster, and Magnus removes a face-up spell card to destroy a spell or trap. I think we have our playset of Amber Mammoth and our playset of Ruby now, as well as I believe our playset of Crystal Promise and Crystal Raigeki. A Lucky Iron Axe is certainly not a bad rare to see. We're starting to see the Volcanics come through. Here's our first Blaze Accelerator. These cards are all very, very good this set. It would be nice to see 3 Volcanic Shell, but I don't actually think Shell is necessary in order for us to be able to run that Blaze Accelerator.
Excellent. First copy of Volcanic Shell. This isn't high rarity, but is a rare, so this is a little bit more difficult to get than some of the other cards. This is great because with Blaze Accelerator, we basically get 3 free pops of monsters, so I want to see as many copies of this as possible. I think that's our second copy of Scattershot, so we need 1 more of that, and Lucky Iron Axe is probably playable just because we can equip it onto something to hit over like Emerald Tortoise. It's not the best card, but it's okay. Ooh, there's our first super rare, and that's actually one of the more playable ones. It's Radiant Mirror Force. When an opponent's monster declares an attack while they control 3 or more attack position monsters, destroy all attack position monsters. So it's gimped Mirror Force, yes, but you know what? We'll probably play it because it's a huge blowout if Robert plays into it. And there's our first ultra rare. It is Elemental Hero Captain Gold. Probably not playing this one because it's pretty bad in all honesty, because we don't really have much to synergize with it, but Crystal Abundance, Volcanic Scattershot, and a Tornado is pretty much good enough. Second copy of Shell, love to see it. I think that rounds out our Scattershot playset if we don't have them already. Last Resort's an interesting trap card that allows us to search for Rainbow Ruins, but we haven't pulled that yet. I'd really like to at least get one of it because Rainbow Ruins is insane. Oh, and there is our Lord and Savior making his appearance, Riza the Storm Monarch. This card's just crazy. I mean, we're probably going to play Magnus and Gravi-Crush as well, but Riza is just the best one out of all of them because it's not conditional. I mean, I'm so happy we pulled this. We've got another Blaze Blaze Accelerator as well. Commandant's, okay, but again, I think it's just stats, if anything.
A Gravekeeper's Commandant, unfortunately not one of the field searchers we are going to be going for this time around. Crystal Beacon, Crystal Promise, Crystal Raigeki, all fantastic cards though. Elemental Hero, Captain Gold at the ultra rare slot. Unfortunately, another monster that we cannot run. Why is this guy an ultra rare? Man, could have been a Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, but that is a-okay. We've got another Emerald Tortoise. I do hope to be seeing 3 of that card because it is the main set pass of this set. I do believe I have 3 Gem Flash Energy already, which is great. Gem Flash Energy is an extremely powerful card if you have been reduced to kind of asymmetrical warfare with your opponent. If your opponent just has generally more powerful cards, or if your pulls are not great in this set, you can always fall back on Crystal Beast Burn, which is not a terrible strategy in this set. Another Ancient City Rainbow Ruins, not terrible. Another Volcanic Scattershot. We do want to see 3 of this alongside 3 of the Blaze Accelerator. Another Gravity Crush, also not bad. An ultimate rare Captain Gold. Fantastic. This card would be worth $32. That's surprisingly little. Another Lucky Iron Axo is very good, and another Tornado is very important. And I think I am now full up on the crystal spells. About halfway through, I would like to see some more cards in the rare slot. Specifically, I am looking for Topaz Tiger, and I'm looking for some Volcanic Shells. If I can get at least 2 shells, I think it'll be worth it. Another Gravekeeper's Commandant is not the rare we want, but a Blaze Accelerator is definitely the common we want, and Dweller in the Depths is a common that's very strong this set, especially if you find ways to really turbo out the Crystal Beast, such as a Sapphire Pegasus. This guy can get beefy and is the predecessor to Abyss Dweller, one of my favorite cards. Last Resort is also like bad terraforming in Crystal Beasts, and bad terraforming is still kind of terraforming. A Volcanic Slicer in the rare is not terrible just because of its stat line, and the fact that it is a Volcanic. Wildfire in the common slot is also very, very good. Hoping to see a couple more of those alongside 1 more Blaze Accelerator. This card destroys all monsters on the field at the cost of a Blaze Accelerator on your side of the field, which is really strong. And there's my last Volcanic Scattershot, speaking of which, is Raigeki if you have your Blaze Accelerator live. So a lot of really cool Volcanic cards we're going to get to work with. We're just like really up on those Sky Scourges. A Sky Scourge Invisil at the ultimate rare slot. We've had 3 ultimate rares this time around, and another Wildfire. Great to see. Yo, Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus is pretty good. That's a pretty solid holo. This is absolutely the Crystal Beast I have been waiting for, and absolutely the ultra rare that I have been waiting for. Just 1 Sapphire Pegasus is pretty okay just because of the existence of Crystal Beacon and Crystal Promise in this set. There is a lot of ability in this set to get Sapphire Pegasus up and running, which is really, really cool. So even 1 Sapphire Pegasus is extremely strong. My holo luck has been nutty. A Tri-Blaze Accelerator, another ultimate rare. I'm not sure if I am going to run this one, but it's certainly a cool one. And imagine if we got the Volcanic Doomfire to go along with it. That would be sick. Another Volcanic Slicer, also pretty good, and I am full up on Scatter Shots, which is a good thing. Another Rainbow Ruins. There's the 3rd Blaze Accelerator, though, which is really, really big. I am now full up on all of the important commons. Pack number 20. Yo. Holy fuck. Well, Divine Intervention continues to be in my favor as I pull the 2nd Riza. What has this opening been? Holy shit. This is just unfair. This is just, we can't do it to him, folks. We can't do it to him. What an opening so far. And there's a Volcanic Shell too. If I can get another, this opening will be as incredible as it could have possibly been. Topaz Tiger also would be very nice still. But jeezy, breezy, I cannot complain about double Rise of the Storm Monarch in this set. What has this opening be? If this were an actual box, I can't even imagine how I would feel opening this. Oh, another Firewall, another Dweller in the Depths. I think that's actually my 3rd, which is important. And let's open the last pack, see if we can get that Topaz Tiger, or heaven forbid, something better than that. What do we have? Another ultra rare Rare Captain Gold. What has this opening been? Wow. I could not have possibly asked for better pulls. The rare slot again was not kind to me this time around, but the commons and hollows made up for it in spades. Let's see what monstrosity we can put together with these pulls.
Okay, we're nearing the end of the opening. I think this is like my 5th or 6th copy of Topaz Tiger. I would really like to see at least a 3rd volcanic shell just for the blaze accelerator, but that's like insane that we pulled 6 of the same rare. All right, well, make it even more because we just pulled another one. All right, you guys, so only a few packs left of Force of the Breaker. This is going to be an exciting episode. Volcanics and Crystal Beasts and some interesting tribute monsters as well. Let's flip up our last few packs. Rainbow Ruins in the 3rd to last pack. Very happy to see this. This is a fantastic card, especially because we are most likely going to be playing a Crystal Beast centric strategy. Very happy to see it. Let's go ahead and see what we're going to get in our 2nd to last pack here. A 2nd Rainbow Ruin, and we got a Sky Scourge Invincible. Now, unfortunately, I don't think we can play this because I believe we need fairies and fiends in order to be able to summon this. Yeah, right down here, it says you need to either tribute a light fairy or a dark fiend for some of these effects. It's also just poorly statted compared to some of the other tributes, so we're not going to play it, but that's fine. We got a 2nd Rainbow Ruin. That's pretty hype. And then for our last pack, can we get a 2nd Riza? That would be a great way to end it. It doesn't look like it, but anything else up there, it doesn't seem like it's too good, but overall, I don't think I could be much more pleased. I mean, we got a copy of Riza, which is super rare, so it's not guaranteed to get. I would have liked another copy of Shell instead of like 7 Topaz Tigers, but it is what it is. I'm excited for deck building, though. I think this is going to be an extremely fun episode.
All right, folks, I'm going to try and get through this one as quickly as possible because there's a lot to talk about in this set. There's so many decisions you have to make in the main deck that are entirely dictated by the pulls and by what you expect the matchups to look like as a result. I did a lot of tinkering with this deck, and in fact, right up until I made this deck profile video, I was fiddling with things. So this is what I came to. Obviously, Riza and Sapphire Pegasus are really, really strong, especially if I get to Riza, you know? But also, Topaz Tiger is a really tough thing to be losing out on. Topaz Tiger and Volcanic Shell both make your main 2 engines a lot stronger, and I didn't get either of them in any meaningful fashion. I got no Topaz Tiger and 1 Shell, which means that while I have some really, really strong cards, my engines are a little bit weaker because of my pulls. That said, I think I have a pretty good list that's going to take advantage of the really, really crazy cards that I pulled. And let's get into that list. Obviously, the plan for this is that I want to get as much value out of my Sapphire Pegasus as possible. Every time I resolve a Sapphire Pegasus, I get ahead in card advantage, which is good for things like Crystal Raigeki and also good for Dweller in the Depths, and also potentially good for a Crystal Promise for Ruby that gets me everything in my back row. So I want to be looping Ruby and Sapphire Pegasus as much as possible. So my Crystal Beasts are 3 Amber Mammoth and 3 Emerald Tortoise. These ones are basically the auto includes because of their stat lines. We have double Cobalt Eagle. This is my replacement for Topaz Tiger. I like it better than Cat because with Lucky Iron Axe, it just gets over things, which Cat can't, even though Cat can do a little bit of extra damage. And I have a card that has a similar role to Cat. The carbuncles are obviously because they can loop with Pegasus. If I can get 1 Pegasus into play, then Ruby is going to make it multiple Pegasuses, which is pretty sick. I can use these cards with multiple Crystal Promises to get a lot of card advantage value potentially. Next, we have Double Dweller in the Depths. I like this card a lot. I don't like it as much at 3. I think this card is really, really powerful, and I only want to see it when I am getting Crystal Beasts into rotation and enough Crystal Beasts that I am not feeling like I have to Crystal Raigeki before Dweller in the Depths can attack. Next, we have Double Riza, which is double Riza. They are just Riza. They're 2 Rizas. You sacrifice for things and then they're Riza. Anyway, next we have 3 Volcanic Slicer. After my 1 Warrior of Atlantis, this is the biggest monster I have, and it accomplishes things under Blaze Accelerator and in game states where I can't attack. This is basically what replaces Cat for me. It doesn't do as much damage, but only about 100 less, and it can do Cat things when Cat couldn't do Cat things. So I really, really like this card as far as, the cards that I have available go. Next, we have 3 Scattershot because it's Raigeki, and Raigeki is a good card, and 1 Warrior of Atlantis because it's the biggest beat stick that I have available. My spells are where things get really spicy and where the real thought came into this. We've got Triple Tornado. This card is nuts. I think this is the breakout card from this set because it punishes everything. Literally every Crystal Beast card loses to this. Crystal Beacon loses to it because it has to have 2 or more Crystal Beasts Ice in order to resolve. Crystal Promise loses to it because you can snipe away the one that you target with Crystal Promise. Blaze Accelerator and Wildfire both lose to Tornado. There are so many cards that Tornado hits. You have to run 3. I have 2 Crystal Beacon. This card helps me turbo out the Sapphire Pegasus, but is a little bit fragile for the above listed reason. Next, we have 3 Crystal Promise. This is a really good card specifically for my deck because it has synergy with Ruby Carbuncle and also because it has synergy with Riza. You can use the Crystal Promise to effectively have a Cyber Dragon as one of your Crystal Beasts to basically summon when you need to tribute something for Riza. So this card is really strong in my deck exactly. And then 3 Blaze Accelerator, double Wildfire. I'm running 2 Wildfire instead of 3 because I want to see Blaze Accelerator plus Scattershot before I see Blaze Accelerator plus Wildfire, and I would rather see Blaze Accelerator without Wildfire than the other way around. And 2 Lucky Iron Axe. Even though equip spells are not awesome, this does allow me to get over things like the Emerald Tortoise and makes Volcanic Slicer bigger than Topaz Tiger, which is really nice. And then 3 Crystal Raigeki because it's removal. My side deck is largely tinkering things I can do with my Crystal Piece depending on what I see out of the math from game 1. If I see that I am looping Pegasus a lot, I may be able to get a little bit more value out of cards that I otherwise don't like. Those cards being Rainbow Ruins and Gem Flash Energy. These cards are obviously crazy. However, they're only crazy a couple of turns into when you play them. Your Rainbow Ruins really only takes off when you have 3 or more Crystal Beasts. Otherwise, it's just kind of a mids stall card. And your Gem Flash Energies will do damage, only a significant amount once you've got a few face-up spell traps in rotation, and it takes a while before that becomes a real threat. And with Tornado running around and with Magnus Dragon, I think that that's not as worthwhile as it would be otherwise. I am running the double Last Resort over the 3rd Rainbow Ruins because I'd rather use Last Resort to turbo out Rainbow Ruins than draw into multiple Rainbow Ruins, which is why that is the way that it is. Next, I have 2 Magnus Dragon. This card is for if I am against the burn matchup to give me more options for getting rid of Gem Flash Energy. Riza gives me the luxury of not running this card in the main deck or Gravicrush Dragon at all because these cards are really high risk with Crystal Raigeki in the format. 2 Crystal Abundance seems really suspect. This card is so high roll, but I can't totally predict how frequently I am going to be resolving Sapphire Pegasus. And if I'm seeing myself resolving Sapphire Pegasus multiple times within the first 2 or 3 turns, Crystal Abundance is suddenly a achievable thing in this strategy. It does not take very many uses of a Sapphire Pegasus to get a Crystal Abundance live. And I'm running 2 of it because I want it to be consistent if I'm going to be playing it, but not bricky. And then I am running 1 Crystal Blessing to improve my math on Crystal Abundance, 1 more Crystal Beacon to really index even more into the turboing Pegasus thing if I'm finding that, again, other cards in the main deck aren't as optimal, 1 Cat for the burn matchup, and 1 more Dweller in the depths to give myself an extra dude if Alex is on a beatdown heavy strategy. There are a couple of cards I'm not running, like the 1700 that sacks itself to destroy face-up spell or trap cards. I don't like that card because I like Field Presence. Field Presence feels really, really important in this set, and so I would rather use one of my other tools to get rid of spell or traps. And I've got a lot of tools to do that. I'm looking forward to this one. This set looks like it's going to be pretty exciting, so let's get into the games.
I gotta admit, I'm actually unreasonably excited for this episode. I think this may be one of the best sets we've had in months, and I didn't think I'd be saying that about Force of the Breaker of all things, but there's a lot going on here, and so let's go ahead and do the card by card. So first up, we have our Crystal Beast lineup. So we have 3 Amber Mammoth, 2 Amethyst Cat, 3 Emerald Tortoise, and 3 Topaz Tiger. Amber Mammoth's like one of the weakest, but it's 1700, it's like fine, and it can redirect attacks from other Crystal Beasts. Amethyst Cat can attack directly, which kind of sucks, but like whatever. 3 Emerald Tortoise, the best defender, so we want to play 3 of this, and 3 Topaz Tiger is the best attacker, so we want to play this one. So you may notice I'm not playing Ruby Carbuncle, and the reason for that is I don't actually think summoning the Crystal Beast is that good for this episode, because even if you go Carbuncle to special summon all of these from your back row, what does that do in the face of an Emerald Tortoise? It can't even clear that. There's no way they can possibly do that, so I actually don't even think that that's good. The only way it's good is if you have an open board and you go like Promise into Carbuncle to like bring back everything and like OTK. That's the only way I see that being good, but I just don't see that happening, and there's so much removal in this set that I think that that's actually putting yourself in a very vulnerable position. But we'll see if I'm wrong. I'm citing it, but I think it's actually better keeping these cards in the back row, which is why I'm playing the best one, sans Carbuncle, and I didn't pull Pegasus, so it is what it is. 3 Dweller in the Depths. This is one of the reasons for this. If this card, we just have 2 continuous spells in our back row, this will get to 2100 attack and will clear almost everything. If we have 3, this can crash with like any of our tribute monsters as well. So this card I think is very valuable, low-key MVP. We're on 2 Magnus Dragon and a Riza. Riza's obviously broken, so we're gonna play that, but Magnus is specifically in here to pop stuff like Gem Flash Energy, which I'm a bit scared of because this is an actual burn strat this time around that if this goes unchecked, we will just lose the game. So I'm playing this over Gravity Crush because there's enough monster removal that I don't think we really need Gravity Crush, but I haven't decided if we do. 2 copies of Mako, Master of Barriers. This card is pretty lit. 1700 normal summon that you can just tribute it and pop a face-up continuous spell or trap. Like, that's insane, especially in a format like this. This is everything we could ever want. We're also playing 3 Volcanic Scattershot and 2 copies of Shell. This pairs with our 3 copies of Blaze Accelerator. Shell can get another copy of itself, and Scattershot will just Raigeki the field. So we have a ton of monster removal with this package here, not to mention the 2 copies of Wildfire, which can destroy our Blaze Accelerator to literally dark hole the field. Like, that is a ton of removal for a limited environment like this, so I'm very happy to see it. We're also on the 2 Rainbow Ruin. This is going to get a lot of value because, like I said, I'm planning on keeping all my Crystal Beasts in the back row, which means we're going to get plenty of value out of this card. I'm also on 3 Tornado in the main deck because, again, I want to have outs to Gem Flash Energy, but I also want to pop Robert's stuff that he has as well, whether it's any of his Crystal Beasts to make sure he can't resolve his cards, maybe his Blaze Accelerator. There's a lot of things that this card can hit, and while we do need to wait for him to get the 3 spells and traps, I think this is a sleeper. And then for the traps, 3 copies of Crystal Raigeki. This is one of the uses for our Crystal Beasts in the back row, is basically just having the freedom to pop whatever we want at any moment. So that's all the more reason I want them in the back row, and 3 copies of Gem Flash Energy. What's crazy about this is that it's a burn strat. It applies for both players because inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number of face-up continuous spell cards on the field. That's not just mine, that's Robert's as well. And we're playing a mirror match, which means this card can get out of hand quickly and is why we need to play 3 of it. The extra deck, we do have the 2 Carbuncle in case I'm wrong about just spamming everything, but like I said, I don't think that's correct, but we'll see. I have a Gravity Crush and a Magnus Slash in here as well. I don't know if I need more of these, but you know, I figure they're like okay, and we can swap out like another Magnus Slash or something else that just isn't performing. I have my 2 Warrior of Atlantis in here. This may seem weird, but this is just like the strongest level 4 normal summon, and I want to play this, but the problem is it doesn't really synergize with the rest of my deck. I would probably play this over like Amethyst Cat, but I want to make sure I have enough Crystal Beasts to fuel my back row for stuff like Dweller in the Depths, for stuff like Crystal Raigeki, that this card, while it does hit over everything, it doesn't synergize with the rest of our deck, and it still loses stuff like Topaz Tiger, and it can't get over an Emerald Tortoise. So I don't think this card is that good. I'm going to evaluate game 1 and see. I might swap out Amethyst Cat for this in games 2 and 3 though. Crystal Abundance is another blowout card. I think this is very idealistic that this is going to resolve, but it will win us the game if we do. 2 copies of Blessing and a Promise. I think Blessing's probably the best crystal card because I want more Crystal Beasts in the back row more than anything else, and this card gets 2 of them for 1 card, so I think that's nice. Promise is here to trigger Carbuncle if I go that route. Another Wildfire for another Dark Hole. 3 Hard Selling Goblin. I think this card is actually insane, but I'm not sure how it's going to play out. So when battle damage is inflicted to our opponent, return 1 card in their spell and trap zone to their hand. Now that may sound bad because of Crystal Beast specifically, but at the same time, we can bounce stuff such as Gem Flash Energy, which means they're not going to be able to burn us during the next standby phase, and they have to reset the card and do it all over again. So in a strange world, this could buy us some time. I'm not convinced on this, but this card could actually be insane. And then we do have Radiant Mirror Force in the side. I want to put this in the main deck, but I don't think Robert's going to swing with 3 monsters in attack position. If I see him do it in game 1, I'll side this in because then I know he doesn't fear it. It is a super rare though, so it's probably not on our radars. Guys, this is going to be a fantastic episode. At least I hope so. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Robert, I am unreasonably excited for this episode. I think this may be one of the best episodes we've had in like months, literal months after the hellscape we've just endured. This looks like a blast. And I never thought I'd be saying that about Force of the Breaker of all things. I mean, you obviously know I love Riza. So if I need another reason to love Force of the Breaker, I'm all for it.
Yeah, this one's looking really good. There are a few really cool strategies that become different. They have dynamics based on the pulls you got, which is is what I loved about Strike of Neos. It looks like there's going to be a lot of interaction, so I'm excited for this one.
All right, let's get into it then. Let's shout the patron. It is Mr. Jim Jam 98. Thank you for the support and grace me with your amazing presence to win the rock, paper, scissors. Let's fucking go, Jim Jam. All right, we're going first. Buddy,
Jim Jam got me.
He did. You better buckle up because we're going to play this gem of an episode here, dare I say it. So, you knew that was coming eventually.
I did.
All right, I'll go to main one. Good luck, buddy.
Good luck to you
let's
too.
See, how do I want to kick things off here, actually? I'm going to go with a set.
Okay.
And I'm going to set, and I'll throw it to you.
Okay. There are a million things that could be. The most likely chance is that it is one thing in particular. But I
What would that
think
be?
there's a little tortoisey boy. He's a little green guy.
He's a little
and
thick.
He's pretty thick. But one thing about him is that even if he has 2,000 defense, he does not have 2,300 defense.
Holy shit.
Start
All
off with
right.
the volcanic slicer into Lucky Iron Axe, and let's swing in.
All right, well, you fool. It was my Crystal Beast Amber Mammoth.
Ooh.
And I'm not going to make the mistake that I made in the History of Jank episode. These do go to the spell and trap zone when they're killed in battle.
They do indeed. Okay, main phase 2, I am going to set a single back row, and I'm going to let you go.
All right, I'll go ahead and draw a Slicer plus Lucky Iron Axe, huh? That's interesting. I think, let's try this. I'm going to set one, and I think I'll just fire off Rainbow Ruin.
Oh, okay. All
I'll
right.
throw it to you.
All right. Starting off my turn. Oh, that's a fascinating one. That's a truly interesting one. Let's boogie. I'm just going to go into battle phase. Let's get swinging. I got a big dude. I'm going to capitalize on my big dude.
We'll see how much you're going to capitalize. I'm going to activate Crystal Raigeki.
Okie dokie.
So we're going to get rid of this Amber Mammoth and pop your Slicer.
Not as much as I expected. Okay, and there he goes. And that ends up being a 2 for 2 because of the Lucky Iron Axe.
It's true. You don't get to draw off of that either, thankfully.
Main phase 2, I'm going to set a monster, and it is your go.
Okay, I'll draw. Main 1, I'm just going to sack Amethyst Cat for Magnus Dragon.
It's a pretty big dude.
Let's get to slashing. Let's hit over this.
Mine is a Ruby Carbuncle, which I will move to my main monster zone.
Second main, I'm just chilling. Go ahead.
Okay, draw for turn. Oh, buddy. Oh, I'm excited for this one. All right, let's get this party well and truly started. I am going to normal summon myself a Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus.
Pull this Pegasus.
And declare its effect.
Yeah, that's fine. God, ultra rare luck. Okay.
Oh, you will not. I'll have to tell you a little bit about my ultra rare luck after this. Okay.
Oh, God.
What am I going to put into that spell and trap card zone? I think the card I want to put in there
is a Crystal Beast.
You're not wrong. I think the one that I want to put in is going to be a Cobalt Eagle. Don't want to draw into that one.
Okay.
And because I don't want to draw into it, I'm just going to Crystal Raigeki away your Magnus Slash.
Figured this was coming. Sure.
Okay, and let's go into battle phase, and I'll swing in with the horse.
Take the 18.
All right, and it is your go.
All right, we'll draw Topaz Tiger. Let's go,
Oh
buddy.
my God! Of course. Okay, there goes the horse. Of course, and it is 200 less than the Topaz Tiger.
Yep, gains 400 during the damage step, and that's gonna be for me, buddy. Go ahead.
Okay, I will draw for turn. Oh, that's a odd one for me. I'm going to set a back row and end my turn.
Ooh, interesting. Running a bit low there. Okay. I've got a couple of options here. I think I'm just going to go to battle and hit with the tiger.
I'll take the 1600.
Okay. Second main, I'll set one, and I'll throw it to you.
Okay. Draw for turn. Ooh, okay. I guess it doesn't hurt me to activate Blaze Accelerator here.
Okay.
And I will set a back row, and it is your go.
Wow, you're just loading up over there.
Got a lot of back row. I will
can
tell you that.
I'll run out Amber Mammoth then. Let's keep the aggression going. Battle 16.
I will use my Wildfire here.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. All right, so these are all going to go into my spell and trap zone here, including my Emerald Tortoise.
Okay, and I will summon myself a tokeny boy.
You will. I think that's gonna do it for me. Getting a bit punished there, but you know, that's fine.
Okay, I'll draw for turn. Oh, the punishment has only just begun, Alex. The punishment has only just begun because I'm going to tribute my token for Riza the Storm Monarch!
Here we go.
And
Perfect
I will
timing.
use Riza's effect. Let's see, you're on the 3 for Rainbow Ruins here, which doesn't matter much except for the damage bit.
Yeah, you're only getting in 1200 this turn if you don't spin that back.
That's true.
Your clock is significantly lessened while this card's around.
For sure. If I put... You're also at 3 for Crystal Abundance. If you have a Pegasus of your own, that's going to be trouble for me.
Hear me out, buddy, okay? You put your own Pegasus on top of your deck.
It's brilliant. I don't know why I didn't think of that, Alex. Okay. I think actually the one that I want to put back right now is going to be your Amber Mammoth.
Okay. I think that play is actually legit, but you know, if you want to do that, that's fine.
Okay. And I'm going to go into battle phase and take your 1200.
All right, I'll take my 12. That's fine.
Okay. And I will end my turn.
Okay, I'll draw a card that could literally be anything.
Could be
and I will
literally
set
anything.
and pass.
Yeah, set. Okay. All right. How do I want to respond to this particular situation? How much defense does Mammoth have?
16.
16. Pretty beefy. Okay.
It's not bad. It's slightly thick. Not Emerald Tortoise thick, but
Not
you know,
quite.
for a mammoth, you know, it's sizable.
I want to keep up the pressure. However, so for the audience, what I'm thinking about here is that there are a number of cards that get substantially better when Alex has 3 Crystal Beasts in his back row. Among them are things like Crystal Blessing, like Dweller in the Depths, that I believe Dweller in the Depths can get over Riza with 3 material, which is awkward for me. There's also the possibility that Alex is on the Sapphire Pegasus, just like I am, which would mean that he would be set up for a Crystal Abundance, which would be like nuts if he's playing it, but also like, you know, Crystal Beasts are the main thing to do here. Is there a world where that's the move? I could also just be mega psyching myself out and you don't have any of the above cards ready to go.
Yeah, you'd never do that, would you?
I'm not at all known to psych myself out. So I'm actually going to guess that you're not on the Crystal Promise or the Crystal Beacon in your hand, because I feel like you would have activated it last turn if you had access to it. That still leaves the possibility of Crystal Abundance, but I'm not that worried about Crystal Abundance right now. It's pretty telegraphed. So I'm actually going to normal summon a Cobalt Eagle.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing in with Riza.
You already knew what this was. It'll go to the spell and trap zone.
And I'll swing in directly for a fat 700.
Woo! 700 big ones.
Okay, and it is your go.
As if Cobalt Eagle couldn't get any worse. I'll draw. Main 1, I will run out Topaz Tiger.
Okay.
Let's hit over the Eagle.
Okay, decision-making time here. Is there anything that I do about this? I think so. I think I am going to take a little bit of a risk here. I'm going to activate a Crystal Regeki. I'll send my Ruby to the grave to hit Topaz.
Sure.
Okay.
Topaz in the back. Second main through Rainbow Ruins 4th effect. I will draw a card.
Yep, that is perfectly fine.
It's not bad. I will pass.
Okay. I will draw for turn. Main phase 1. I suppose this is as good a time as any to reveal this fact. I will sack off Cobalt Eagle for my second Riza the Storm Monarch, targeting your ancient city Rainbow Ruins, and I think that will wrap this one up.
That will. Not much I can do about that. Fucking double Riza. Fantastic.
Yeah,
and you drew both of them. Even better.
Yep.
For all I know, you have 3. So, I mean, I guess we'll find out. But fuck. I mean, there was a lot of interaction that game. And again, that's something we haven't seen in so long. So I'm happy with, at least we got that out of it. I'm not happy I lost, but we'll try to change that here in the second game. And holy crap, maybe we won't be. I will draw for turn.
I feel you there.
Oh god, this is
a suspect hand if I've ever seen one.
I concur. And honestly, I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm going to set 1 and pass.
Okay, that's a way to play it. Okay.
It's one of those hands.
No. Oh, no.
I can only hope your hand is equally as bad. Okay, well, you have a monster. I guess that's technically better than my play. Topaz Tiger.
Incredibly marginally. Okay,
Please don't be a tortoise.
It is.
Okay, all right, we killed it. That's good. I mean,
You
I wasn't expecting to get that far. I'll be completely honest. I think I'm just passing. Go ahead.
Okay, draw for turn. Main phase 1. This is so bad. This is so phenomenally bad.
Maybe I hyped this up too much, buddy.
It's really, there are so many cool strategies in this set.
Yes.
There's so many cool, but they all require you to get multiples of particular cards and not individuals of other cards.
Exactly. And the problem is we're playing all of those together, which is worse.
Yeah, this is, yes. There's like no reason for me not to do this, probably? Many big question marks? Okay, let's go for just normal summoning a Dweller in the Depths.
Okay, so this is 1800 because you have Carbuncle, sure.
Exactly, and I'm going to go into battle and I am going to attack into your Taigi.
Sure, so I'll take 2.
Yep, main phase 2, I will set a back row and I'll end my turn.
All right, draw phase, I'll activate Gem Flash Energy. Let's start
had a
this
feeling
bullshit.
Something like this was coming along. Okay,
right.
And I will take my 600.
You will. Main phase 1. I love that it counts both players, by the way.
Yeah, that
actually
feels great.
hilarious. Yeah.
I say, ironically.
What do you got going on over there? You just drew that card that you set. I feel like the only real back row is like Crystal Raigeki. You could have your own Gem Flash Energy for all I know. I suppose I'll try. I'm going to Crystal Promise the Topaz Tiger.
Oh, I am going to Chain Tornado because you now have
the
3. I'm
tornado.
going to target your Topaz Tiger and destroy it.
All right. Mega Punish there. Okay. Fair play. Well... Go ahead.
Okay, all right. We're gaming. Okay, all right. We really truly are gaming. Okay, now that you for certain do not have a Crystal Raigeki in your back row, I am going to Lucky Iron Axe my Dweller in the Depths to up the clock a little bit here.
Okay, so he's 23, sure.
He is, and I'm going to go into battle phase and I'll attack directly.
I'll take it.
Okay, and I will end my turn there.
Stand by, take your 300.
I will take my 300.
Main 1, I'm going to set, and I'm going to pass.
Okay, I will draw for turn. Oh, that's pretty good as far as top decks go. Main phase 1, I'm going to normal summon myself a Cobalt Eagle.
Sure.
And I am going to go into battle phase, and I am going to attack in with Dweller.
Okay, it's my Mammoth, which will just go down here.
Okay, and I will attack directly with Eagle.
Take 14.
Okay, I will end my turn, and at the beginning of your turn, I will take a good old 600 from that Gem Flash energy.
Yes, you will. And I am very upset about my hand right now.
It must be a stinker.
I can't wait till you see this because you're just going to laugh. I'm going to set, I'm going to fire Rainbow Ruin, and I'm going to pass.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, that exists. Draw for turn. Do I just normal summon him? What are the chances that that's a green boy that you have face down?
I mean,
Could
even
be
if it
another
is, you can
mammoth.
hit over him.
Could be another tiger. Main 1. I'm actually going to do something that feels like a dumb play. Feels like a really dumb play.
I'm in.
Okay, I'm going to normal summon Emerald Tortoise.
Excellent.
I'm going to go into battle. I'm going to get massively punished by your own tortoise.
It is Volcanic Scattershot. Take your
Okay.
500.
I will take an additional 500. I will attack in with Tortoise.
Take 6.
Are you going to half that one? Okay. You know, I had to try.
All right, so I'll take half of 23 is 1150.
1150. Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't have this. I don't have an extra guy.
Oh, you don't have an extra
Yeah.
dude. Okay. I
So I
was
take
just
the full
assuming
damage.
your face down was going to be a crystal beast.
Yeah, I think I was wishing it was a crystal beast, so.
I'm sure you were. I am going to end my turn on that.
If I didn't catch myself, you probably would have never gotten caught, but that's how it goes. All right, main 1. Holy fuck, this is a disaster. Take your 600 from Gem
Oh, I'll
Flash
take my
Energy.
600.
Yeah. I will set, and I will set, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. You now have a back row, and that back row could be what's-it? A crystal Raigeki. I am going to try for, it doesn't matter, I am going to tribute summon Riza the Storm Monarch, targeting your
top.
face-down monster.
Unbelievable. Yeah. You got it. I'm fucking dead. It was Scattershot Raigeki, so I could have... If you didn't tribute, I could have lived, and then I don't know what I was drawing. I don't know if it would have mattered. It would not. My hand is double Wildfire, Gravity Crush, Magnus Slash. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
My hand was the Blaze Accelerator and, for flavor, double Scattershot.
I had double Scattershot in the open,
and
too.
a
Yep.
Crystal Promise.
Excellent. You want to do the game 3, buddy?
Let's do the game 3, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Well, that didn't go as planned. I always wanted to force the game 3. I thought that would have been interesting, but holy shit, that was like the brick of all bricks. But that's what happens when you play Scattershot, right? All right, so
Yep.
I guess I'll go first. What are you picking?
I am picking scissors.
Okay.
Just to change things up on you from your time with Joseph.
Okay, so I'll pick rock. I had my hand already hovered over scissors. It's just muscle memory at this point. Yeah, I've gone first all these games. Maybe I shouldn't be going first. Maybe that's the mistake, but we'll see. I'll draw. I will set, and I will set 2, and I'll throw it to you.
Okay, draw for turn. That's an interesting one. And by interesting one, I mean I am going to set a monster, set a back row, and end my turn.
All right, so it wasn't interesting in the slightest. Main 1,
Nope.
run out Amber Mammoth.
Okay.
Hit into your tortoise.
You are exactly right about that.
Gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. Gameplay. I will pass.
Okay, draw for turn. I am going to normal summon Volcanic Slicer.
Sure.
And we're gonna swing in to your Tusky Boy.
Take 100. Right down here.
And then main phase 2, I will set a back row, and I will let you go.
Okay, I'll draw. Main 1. Ugh, it's weird. I will fire Rainbow Ruin.
Do I have something to say about that? No, I don't.
All right, I'll set another. Throw it to you.
All right, draw for turn. Okay. That is a card I can't use right now. Okay, we're going to normal summon ourselves an Amber Mammoth.
Sure.
It's time to hit some turtles. Gonna slap into this one.
There's one.
Turtle number 1.
Would you like to
All
try
right.
again, sir?
I'm absolutely going to try again. Show me turtle number
That's
2.
two.
Oh, it's turtle number 2. There are so many tortoises on this board. Okay. Wow. I don't have anything else to do right now. It's your go.
Same. I'll gem flash energy and draw phase.
It begins.
It begins.
Okay.
Take your 3.
I will take my 3.
Okay. Main 1. I guess I will sack a tortoise for Magnus Slash.
Ooh, that hurts a little bit. Okay.
I'm gonna go battle, hit into Slicer.
I will take the 600 here.
And I'm chilling. Go ahead.
Okay, draw for turn. That does absolutely jack. Holy crap. To defense. And your go.
Stand by, take your 3.
I will take my 3.
Main 1, I will run out Dweller in the Depths.
Ooh, okay. The 1800 boy is online.
Yep. I'm gonna send Magnus Slash into Emerald Tortoise.
And Emerald Tortoise will go to the main monster. Or sorry, the spell zone.
Dweller into Amber.
And Dweller will successfully take out Amber.
All right, 2 down. Second main, I think I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay, let's draw for turn. Is this something that does something? It actually kind of does. Let me see what I want to do with this situation. I really don't like that. I guess the play here. Main phase 1, I am going to normal summon a dweller in the depths of my own.
Okay, so yours is 21.
It is. And I'm going to go into battle phase, and I'm going to attack into your dweller in the depths.
Yeah, I'll Crystal Raigeki this.
Ooh, okay, that's the one that you have. There it goes. Main phase 2. This is not ideal. I guess that still exists. I think I am going to Crystal Promise, targeting my tortoise.
Sure.
And I'm going to summon it in defense.
Makes sense.
And I think I end here. Yeah, I do end here.
Okay. We'll draw.
I'll take my 300.
You will take your 300. Look at that. You were going to take 9, and now you're only taking 3.
I know. I've really moved up in the world, haven't I?
I guess I can heavily overcommit here and play into whatever you have. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm going to run out Topaz Tiger.
Okay.
I'm going to put Tortoise to attack.
Okay.
I'm going to activate Blaze Accelerator just to pump Dweller in the Depths by 3.
Oh, shit. That
Battle Magnus /in.
Yeah, we're going to Crystal Raigeki that.
Okay. That's fine. This goes. Now I can't get over that. I can tie it with Topaz Tiger, but I cannot actually clear
You gotta love Topaz Tiger not quite being Jane.
Yeah, this is awkward. I'm gonna attack with the Tortoise. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take
fine.
14.
Okay.
Second main, I'm going to use Tortoise's effect to switch him to defense.
Ah, I understand now.
Yeah, it all makes sense once you see that effect. And I think I don't really have much else to do here, so I guess I'll set one third to you.
Okay, this one's getting weird. I will certainly give it that. That Dweller is currently at 1800.
Yep, does not count traps, sadly. I wish it was both.
Yeah. I think we, in response to its existence, are going to normal summon that volcanic slicer that I just drawn.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm going to go into battle phase eventually, and I am going to attempt to get in on Tiger here.
Take 2.
Okay, and then I am going to end my turn. This one is actually about as interesting as I expected all the others to be.
I would agree. Stand by, you're going to take 600.
Yeah, I will take the 600.
Main 1. Battle. Dweller over Slicer.
Okay, I am going to respond
A tornado?
with Tornado.
Yeah, I figured.
And I have to choose a target here, and I think the target is actually going to be Blaze Accelerator. Yeah, I think that is the call, is to hit Blaze Accelerator.
Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, so Accelerator goes. He goes down to 18. Now we crash.
Yeah.
Then second main, I will set 1 and throw.
Now we're just 2 turtles looking at each other.
Yep.
Oh, that's ugly, is what that is. Ew. I am not a fan of this game state. I'm going to set a monster, and I'm going to end my turn.
All right, I'll draw. You'll take 300 from Gem Flash.
I will
energy.
take 300.
You're dead eventually.
There are like 2 or 3 draws in my deck that immediately blow this open for me. I just need to find one of them.
I would agree.
That's not it, but it is something. Do I bother with something that doesn't accomplish anything here? I'm going to end my turn here.
All right, I've got you on the 17 turn clock. Take another 3.
I will take my 300.
Main 1, I guess.
Were you doing that math during my turn? Was that what you were doing while I was just staring at the screen?
I actually just figured that out last second, but
oh, okay.
Sure. I guess technically, yes, that's what I was doing. All right, I guess this sort of breaks things open. I'll bring out Dweller. Mm-hmm. I'll play Blaze Accelerator to up him to 21.
Another one. Okay, there it
Flip
is.
Amber Mammoth.
Okay.
We'll hit this into Tortoise.
Yep, there goes Tortoise.
Mammoth into your other Tortoise.
It is
Carbuncle.
Carbuncle.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So that dies. Second main. I got nothing else. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw for turn. That's really bad for me. Oh, that's so bad for me.
Yeah, I really just wanted to try to keep you off Riza since I know you have 2 of them.
I guess that gets you off a dude for a bit. Yeah, let's try it. I'm going to normal summon Volcanic Slicer.
3 slicers. Insane. Sure.
Yep. I'm going to go into battle, and I am going to attack into the mammoth.
So you keep me off a dude. I can just reciprocate. I'm going to Crystal Raigeki this.
Oh, interesting. Okay. There it goes. Main phase 2. Ugh. That would be mega bad is what that would be. I'm going to Crystal Promise my Ruby.
To bring back your tortoise too? Sure. It's fine.
Yeah. Gotta get them onto the board so that they are not dealing damage to me next turn. I'll still take the 300 from Blaze Accelerator, but that is better than lethal. I'll give it that.
Yep.
And I will end my turn on that.
As I say, I think you were dead otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah,
take your
for
3. Sure. Okay. Fortunately, because I Crystal Raigeki'd, I actually cannot kill your tortoise right now. Fortunately for you, I should say.
Definitely fortunate for me.
Yeah, because he's only 18 now, which is the downside of doing that play. So I think I'm just going to take out Carbuncle here.
Okay.
I think you don't have Riza, because if you did, you would have Crystal Promised into Riza. So unless you were just trying to get Crystal Raigeki out first, and then you're going to drop Riza next, and then I'm probably fucked. So don't really think there's much else I can do, sadly. So I will just throw 2.
Okay, let's draw for turn. That's hilarious. Is that really how we're doing this? I think it is. I'm going to normal summon Dweller in the Depths.
Sure.
Crashing. I'm gonna give it an axe.
Oh, gonna give it an axe. I see.
It's a cave dragon with an axe, and we're just going to swing into your Dweller that I am slightly larger than.
All right, so I'll take 5.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will end my turn. I'll take another 300.
You'll take 600, fool.
Oh, I will take 600 because of the Blaze Accelerator.
Yes,
the Gem Flash energy marches on.
Yep.
Okay, draw for turn. That's funny. I'm not sure it does me a huge amount of good, but it potentially breaks this game state if it works. There's like one card in the format that mega punishes this, but I'm going to guess you're not on it. I'm going to normal summon Warrior of Atlantis, and I'm going to swing into your tortoise. God, Gem Flash energy is just a motherfucker.
Yes, you fool. You kill my crystal beasts, but you burn yourself.
I think I have to go for it. I mean, if I'm not playing proactively, I'm just like not accomplishing things here. And so I will attack into the tortoise.
Okay.
And I will attack into mammoth.
Okay.
And I should have switched my tortoise to attack, although the one card would have insanely punished me for that. So I will take
1,200 damage.
Okay.
Take that. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. That doesn't do it. God. What are the chances that that is the thing I'm thinking about? They feel pretty low, honestly. You know what? If you have it, you deserve to win this one, Alex. I'm going to switch my tortoise to attack position. I'm going to attack in with the tortoise.
All right. So this will be 6 plus 19 to 25 plus 1150 if I have with Rainbow Ruin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just do it in order. So 6, 19, and then 23 half is 1150.
Yeah, and then main phase 2, I'm going to switch my tortoise to defense with its effect. Shout out to Mystic Tomato, and I'm going to end my turn.
All right. On the end phase, I will Wildfire.
Oh. That's very, very, very bad. Oh, that's extremely bad. I think I just straight up lose here. There you go. That does it. Holy shit.
Okay, so we're going to nuke your board. Tortoise goes to your back row.
Only if I choose for it
to
go to my back row.
You don't have to have it go to the back row, buddy.
I don't.
That's how 300 less damage you take. So you're going to be taking 9 presently.
Okay, so I'm taking 9 presently. You're going to get a 1 grand dude. I think you're going to get a 1 grand dude. I'm going to be taking 900. You would have to have 800 more attack points versus 500 if I put the mammoth into freaking scatter shot is 500, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to let the tortoise go. I have to play the odds here. Yeah, go for it. All you.
I will draw.
Okay.
You think I have the monster. Well, first take your 900, fool.
I will
Gem
take my
Flash
900.
Energy. I think this card has done like 4,000 damage collectively throughout the entirety of this game.
It's been pretty impressive.
Main one, I do have a monster, and I'm going to do the funnier one, which is Amethyst Cat.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
I did have Mako, Master of Barriers, as well in here.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking that, were you on Gem Flash Energy or no?
I was not.
Okay.
So I had it in the side deck, but I decided to focus my deck. Whoops, I'm gonna be done siding and just go into work. I'm gonna go first here. So I was Alex knows I was mega in the tank. Damn, this hand is nuts. I was seriously in the tank until the last second, because I was a little bit hobbled in my rare pulls as per usual. I didn't get any Topaz Tiger, which made the
Ooh.
payoff for my Crystal Beast significantly lower. So basically like I got the Sapphire Pegasus and I got the double Riza, and that was nuts. But the rest of my pulls were pretty mids. I got one Volcanic Shell, and my other rares, aside from like the Lucky Iron Axe, were really nothing to write home about. I got 3 Captain Gold.
Oh, hilarious.
And
Fantastic.
2 of the ultimate Sky Scourges. But I did not pull the Topaz Tiger. So that really hobbled my Crystal Beast strategy in a lot of ways. And so I had to really think about whether I wanted to try for the really sacky Wildfire plus Scattershot move, or if I wanted to go all in the main deck on the Gem Flash Energy. And I ended up deciding not to go for Gem Flash Energy. And I also didn't main the Rainbow Ruins because I felt like they were 2 cards that were not going to accomplish anything for me for the first like 3 or 4 turns that I had them on the board, and I did not like those odds. This is something that I learned from Keegan from E3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Shout out to Keegan. You want to have the maximum activity in your deck, and I was just feeling like Gem Flash Energy was not creating activity for me.
It's funny because, so I was actually thinking this was going to be the meta, because I thought all 3 of these games were actually going to be going a lot like that third game did, where we just are trading back and forth. We're not really doing anything insane, and this card is just cumulatively building up tons of damage that you can then just eventually win with like 1 or 2 swings. And so, like I said, I mean, I think I'd have to go back and do the math to see how much damage that card actually did, but I was thinking this was going to be the card like to beat almost. So I was actually playing to like have an outs to this card. That's why I was playing Magnus Slash. That's why I was playing Mako. Like that's why I was playing some of the cards that I was to like just out this in case you had it, just because like I thought burn was going to be a viable strat. Fun fact, I got enough Topaz Tigers for both of us because I pulled 7 of them. So you can have an extra playset on me, buddy.
I wish.
Yeah.
So I also did not run Magnus Slash or Gravity Crush in the main deck. I only ran the 2 Magnus Slash in the side deck, and I didn't run the Mako. And part of the reason, so I didn't actually think the burn was going to make that big of a difference because of exactly the existence of Tornado.
Sure.
Tornado is phenomenal against literally every Crystal Beast card. Crystal Promise, Crystal Beacon, Gem Flash Energy, all of those cards. Not Raigeki, but like aside from that, like Raigeki is a 2-for-1. So if your opponent like Crystal Raigekis and you have a Tornado to hit the cards that are going to mean value, then I feel like you're going to be really far ahead. And I didn't like Mako because it reduces your field presence, which I thought was going to be really important given how dinky the monsters in this set are, especially considering I didn't have Topaz Tiger available to me. Sure. And the same philosophy kind of applied to Gravity Crush and Magnus Slash, was just like the frequency with which I was going to have enough monsters on the board to make it worth it to play that card and not like immediately put myself in Crystal Raigeki range just didn't make it worth it for me.
I mean, you also pulled 2 Riza, so you had that luxury. I only pulled 1 Riza, but I figured like Gravity Crush is okay just because it enables you, if you don't have an out to it, like you can kill off a Riza, right? But there is just a ton of removal in this set altogether. Like there is Volcanic Shell and Scattershot with Blaze Accelerator. There's Wildfire, which I happen to draw 2 of again. Fantastic. There's even other like weird weird stuff that like just can happen to be abnormally large, you know, like Topaz Tiger and Dweller in the Depths. My plan actually, like when you're talking about Twister, how it like punishes all the Crystal Beast cards, my plan was to never have the Crystal Beast leave my spell and trap zone unless it was for Raigeki exactly. Because my game plan was Dweller in the Depths gets larger the more Crystal Beasts that I get. Gem Flash Energy deals more damage to you the more Crystal Beasts that I have. So I wasn't playing Promise, I wasn't playing Blessing, I wasn't playing Abundance, I wasn't playing any of them. My plan was just load up the back row and just hit you with like big things. And then because I wasn't even on Carbuncle, if you can believe that, in the main deck, because the only way Carbuncle is good in my eyes is if you're going to go for a lethal shot where you carbuncle back everything. Other than that, no Crystal Beast, I didn't get Pegasus, no Crystal Beast can hit over Emerald Tortoise. So it's like, if you have a Riza or an Emerald Tortoise, what the fuck is Carbuncle gonna do? Nothing. I get a bunch of dudes, I guess, but it actually makes my deck worse. If I have them all in the back row, Dweller in the Depths can actually trade or possibly kill your Riza. Right? There's just more advantages to keeping them in the back row than not. So that was actually my game plan. So it's interesting to see how we took like actually drastically different paths. Obviously, we got different pulls as well.
For sure. And I think that actually makes a huge difference there.
I think so.
I think the calculus was massively changed by my Sapphire Pegasus, because Sapphire Pegasus makes Ruby instantly worthwhile.
Exactly, because you can search it. Yes.
Yeah, and if you lose your first Pegasus, you can crystal beacon into your Ruby to get Pegasus back.
Yes.
Or if Ruby basically changes the math around what you can get off of a single Pegasus, which is the reason why I was running Ruby and I wasn't running Cat in my main deck.
Right. I decided to play Cat over Eagle because I figured with Cat I could maybe hit you directly if you had a big body, and if Gem Flash Energy was like doing its thing, then getting in for an extra 600 may make the difference over a 200 attack differential like between that and Eagle. So that was my thinking with that, which I actually wasn't running Eagle at all either.
And for me, I ran Eagle because Eagle with Lucky Iron Axe gets over all the 1800s and 1700s in the set.
I had 2 copies of Warrior of Atlantis that I actually opted to side instead of main because I decided, because they didn't really go with my game plan of like, so for instance, like Dweller in the Depths, right? I could have run over the 2 Amethyst Cats that I played, the 2 Warrior of Atlantis, but the problem is it doesn't facilitate the rest of the game plan. It doesn't give me a body for Dweller in the Depths. It doesn't give me a body for Gem Flash Energy. It didn't help me like get Rainbow Ruins higher because I was figuring if I'm just letting everything sit, Rainbow Ruins might get to 4 rather rapidly, and I'm going to draw 2 cards every turn and just outvalue you eventually. Yeah. So because of that, it's crazy because Atlantis hits over everything except Tortoise, right? It also loses to Tiger, I guess, which is like the same things that that Cat has the issue with. But I figure Cat sort of synergized with the rest of what I was trying to do. So I was thinking I was going to board into it in game 2 and throw, I guess, just 2 because 3 was like a throwaway. But I actually ended up not even siding into them. But it's interesting, like the decisions that we came to. I don't know if that's correct. I think Atlantis is still crazy. But yeah, I went for a very oddball strategy for sure. I think I definitely overvalued Gem Flash Energy a lot more than I should have. But it won me game 3, so you know what? I'll take it.
It did, and that was a wild set. That was a really cool one, despite the power of our Lord and Savior Riza. I think the decision making that we had to go through for our decks was like really showed off.
Absolutely. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another episode. Let's go ahead and shout out the patrons as always. A big shout to Shout1317, Moto, Cameron Smith, Tim00x3, Ian Musa, Chaotic People, SJ Winchester, Part 2, Pony Stark, Dan the Man Hoban, MBT Play Medolce, Synchro Guy, Ole, Yusuf Asin05, Mystic Walk, I Ship MBT and Simo, Draconic Rockslide, Logan, Thomas, Peter, Gregory, Thomas Selson, Jordan Coons, Kelvin, Iron Blades, and Purist, Jesse True Orgasm, Brother, Paul, Chris, So David Lou, Skyrose, Dylan Hunter, John Two Base, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Dacer, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, Give Me Speed Warrior, Give Me Death, Jonah Messenger, oh my god, guys, please read your cards, CC Gaming, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Matthew Brady, Dyer the Egyptian Editor, Max Tom Russell, why read your cards when you can just click buttons, Ben Snatch Shield for Prague 2021, Helios 515, Paint French Girls like one of your MBTs, Black Acre, say Gage Gang Engage 3 times fast, the entire state of Indiana, D's Cards, MBT fans gaming more than COVID, Simping for Simo, Mark Jackson, Tyler H, Justice for Queen Tiramisu, and Simo's harem of sexy Yugi tubers. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.